Hi guys, we are back in the third episode of our FootyTalkers. Firstly, we would like to talk about Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. So guys, what do you all think? Was Liverpool lucky?
Personally, I feel Liverpool were lucky. The reason is because, mainly is because Crystal Palace actually got down to their edges and they started defending from the back. You saw Christian Benteke and Wilfred Salah falling all the way back just to form back the 4-4-2. The penalty at the 45th minute was a lucky one. I mean, there was contact on Salah, but I think he played Sako out. He could not have dived for that. Apparently, Ashley Young dives, Sergio Ramos dives, but when Salah does it, it's okay for Liverpool fans. So, what do you make of that, Liverpool fan?
No, I think it shows championship quality from Liverpool. Those who want to become EPL champions, they need to win this type of matches. The matches that away from home, a tough place like Crystal Palace. So I think
So basically, you want your players to dive.
No, it's not a dive in my opinion. I think it's Sako being clumsy and just Salah making full use of the situation.
What Sergio Ramos did in the final, especially diving and all that, was it right or wrong?
I don't agree with most Liverpool fans who still have a go at Ramos because I think it's all part of a game that Ramos played a rough against Salah and Salah went out. I think it's all
Because
part
Salah
of
is
the
a
game.
pussy.
No. This season Salah will show that he's one of the best players in the
No, he's a one-season wonder.
No.
Just because he dived and he made like some weird runs to make a pass to Mane, I think he's just a one-season wonder. He has scored one goal. I mean, it's only 2 games, but in 1 goal and 1 assist, I think. I think it's a bad return for Salah. I expected more from him.
No, people say it's Salah is off form, but both goals were due to him. He assisted one, and Sako tripped him, and that caused the penalty.
If that's the case, then when Ashley Young did that last week,
Ashley Young was a dive.
Okay.
Ashley Young
What
is a
Alexis
diver.
Sanchez did last week, he made the second goal. The first goal was because of him shooting the ball and there was a handball. And why was it a bad performance? But Salah was a good performance.
No. Alexis Sanchez overall game, besides that penalty.
Okay, besides that dive and the Salah's run, right? He didn't do much.
No, but he caused
Van
problems.
Holt pocket, like you could see
No.
Salah
I
there.
know people were saying what the Patrick Van Holt and the Wan Bissaka were controlling the wingers, but this shows that when the wingers are not performing for Liverpool, the other
Then you all will
players
dive to get a penalty.
No, that's not a dive. The other players, the defense and their keeper, both keeper and defense showed their grittiness. Liverpool's keeper and defense showed their grittiness, and at the end took their chances. So in the past, this type of game Liverpool would usually lose because Karius makes a mistake or defenders.
No, Karius is just a scapegoat.
No.
Like Liverpool as a team, Klopp as a manager, he don't have a tactic. He doesn't have a plan B.
Yes,
Let's just say the penalty didn't go in, right? At the 43rd minute. Okay, let's see. Even if it's not a dive, even if there's nothing happened there, I think the game would have gone out to be 0-0 at the end. The reason why they managed to score the second goal is because Crystal Palace pushed up to go for equalizer. But if there wasn't a first goal in the first place, I think Liverpool would have struggled. Because actually they had no idea in the team in that game. Feel like Naby Keita was like roaming around for fun. He only did one good thing, which was one turn. Okay, I mean that was a good turn and that was a good ball. But other than that, he did nothing.
No, but overall, I think Liverpool showed.
No, I mean I like the part where like when Manchester United were champions, we actually grind out result like 1-0 for like 5 games in a row. I'm okay with that. But I'm just saying that what if Crystal Palace didn't concede a goal in the 43rd minute?
Yes,
Things would have been tough for Liverpool.
think that in that sense, if we went into the half 0-0, then it would have been tougher. But I think we just need to listen to the referee and we scored the penalty. So
Yeah, so just listen to the referee and don't complain about Karius about the Champions League anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Those Liverpool fans who insults the referee or insults Ramos, I don't agree with them. I think they are just being sore losers. True Liverpool fans usually don't complain about this, and like how the team moved on from the Champions League final. I wish the fans move on from the Champions League final as well.
Okay, guys, that was the reviews from Harry Potter and Peter Parker. Okay, now it's my point of view. I would say it was a lucky win for Liverpool, though. Crystal Palace played one of their best games to hold up Liverpool, and Van Holt and Wan-Bissaka, the defense they gave was very, very intense for the strikers to move on. Okay, for now, we go to the next topic. Crystal Palace 4-4-2 stopped Liverpool from the majority of the game. Blueprint for other teams? As in, what if the other teams were to play the same 4-4-2 against Liverpool? Will they be able to contain them?
I
Your point of
personally
view.
feel 4-4-2, I think it's a very organized play against especially a 4-3-3 because they will be at every position they will be outnumbered except for the attacking part. The thing about 4-4-2, you need both the strikers to fall back to form the 4-4-2. If you're gonna play that with Man City or a team such as Liverpool, when you don't have a target man to play with, I don't think a team can play a 4-4-2. But if they manage to do it properly, a 4-4-2 like Man United did against Liverpool the previous season when Rashford played on the left, but actually he was drifting beside Lukaku all the way. That's going to be a killer because Van Dijk is a very good defender. But when you isolate him to on the left or to the right, when Lukaku moves away, Van Dijk naturally will follow. That's when the middle teams is going to attack. Let's just say Van Dijk is a world-class defender. I'm not going to deny that. But Joe Gomez still have a lot to do. Robertson still got a lot to do. So on the right trend, if he's going to go up against Rashford again, it's going to be a tough time for him because he's a very good defender, but he's a young defender. For an attacker at a 19 years old, you can actually do whatever you want, but for a defender you can't. So out of the back four, the only calm fella is Van Dijk. So when you isolate him, especially in a 4-4-2, you put a target man near him, it's going to be very difficult for Liverpool to cope with a 4-4-2. That's what I personally feel. What do you think, Peter?
I think it's not really the formation. I think it's the personnel. So for Crystal Palace, they have so many quick players like Zaha, Townsend, Van Aanholt, Jeffrey Sloop, I think from the Leicester, and Wan-Bissaka. They're all quick players. So when there's pace in the opposition team, that causes Liverpool problem because Liverpool always pushes up. The fullbacks pushes up. So I think instead of playing 4-4-2, if a team has enough quick players like Crystal Palace, I think it would cause Liverpool problems. And that's when Liverpool need to show their grittiness and have a good defense and a good keeper.
As for me, I agree on both your views. 4-4-2 can be played to stop them as in the attack wise and the defense wise. And also the fast players will affect Liverpool's attack because their attack is deadly and fast, as all of you all know. So with 4-4-2, I think other teams will be able to make their way to at least draw against them. Okay, next topic we will be talking about is the big game of the week, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Okay, 2 games and Arsenal got 0 points. What do you think the issues are for Arsenal?
As for me, I think Arsenal, okay, I would admit the first 2 games was really hard because they versus the champions of last season and the champions of 2 seasons back. But the way Unai Emery played with a high line in the defense, I think it was really a big mistake because the defenders are actually slow for Arsenal. So if they play very deep and take their chances, I think Arsenal would at least gotten a point. But having said that, Arsenal, even though they concede the first 2 goals, they showed a lot of determination by fighting back and getting a 2-2. In the previous times, when Arsene Wenger usually go to a big match away, usually he will, after conceding 1, 2, 3 goals, the Arsenal team would be low in spirit and they would not fight back. Unai Emery showed that he can instill the confidence and instill the never give up spirit to Arsenal. And by coming from 2-0 down to 2-2, it showed Arsenal's determination. But I know they could even have won the match if Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan have scored. So maybe it's too early to tell. Maybe Unai Emery, if he has another 1 to 2 months, it could give a clear indication on Arsenal's determination, and maybe they would take their chances more and may win this type of matches in maybe the next few months, any big games.
I personally feel that there's no issues at Arsenal. It's just that he need to put the right personnel for the right type of play he's gonna play. If he's gonna play Peter Cech, then he shouldn't be playing out from the back. He should be dropping back, playing a more like back line to be more dropped beside Cech so he can soak in the pressure and then he can counter. But if he's gonna play all these nice passing and all that, Xhaka shouldn't be in the middle. It should be Torreira. You need one fella to go around and breaking up the play. Beside him, you need Ramsey and you need the young fella. They are very good players. So I personally feel that if he's gonna play this formation all the way, he need to have the right people to play that formation. There's no issues with Arsenal. The issues with Unai Emery. Like if he's gonna tweak a bit here and there, I think the team is gonna be will be done very well. So
My view on Arsenal is they have the players. They just need to be more focused on their game, and I think the manager should be out of his stubborn box to make the players to play what they want and instead of his game. Peter Cech shouldn't have started the game, and they could at least win. Next up will be, why is Lacazette not starting in the starting 11?
that's the thing I don't understand. Lacazette should be playing. He should be the first 11 and Aubameyang playing on the left. But somehow Unai Emery doesn't want to start Lacazette. Whenever Lacazette plays, especially for this Unai Emery's team, there's a lot of attack forward. He's always free. But I'm not too sure what's the problem with Unai Emery and Lacazette and why Lacazette isn't starting. If I were to be Lacazette, I would be super pissed off that I should be starting ahead of Aubameyang. Not because Aubameyang is not a good player, it's because I'm a natural striker. Aubameyang is not. So I'm not too sure what's the issues behind this reason. But I hope they resolve. As a Man United fan, I hope they don't resolve it. But if I'm an Arsenal fan, I would want Lacazette to start.
As for me, I think Lacazette should start as well. They should put him instead of Ozil, because for the last 2 games against Man City and Chelsea, Ozil was really atrocious. He didn't have any impact in the 2 games. So I think if you put Lacazette in the number 10 position, I think it would have a bigger impact than having Ozil in the number 10 position for right now, because Ozil is really performing very badly, and I think it would be better if he comes on as an impact player, as a substitute instead of a first team player.
Okay, I would say that Lacazette should start for Arsenal, as he's the main man. I would say he would be the finishing guy who will score in and bang in the goals for Arsenal, with Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang on his sides and Ozil behind him. It would be great for him to play, but the manager is stubborn to play him, and he just wants to prove people wrong about his Man City's team and the team against Man City he played and the team against Chelsea. So that's the reason I think he wants to prove that his choice was the best. Alright, next up, how good were Chelsea in the middle of the park?
I think there are 3 players in the middle of the park, which he started with was Kante, Jorginho, and if I'm not wrong, it's Ross Barkley. So I think Ross Barkley gives energy in the final third position. Then Jorginho dictates the play, and Kante breaks the play usually, but Sarri uses him in a more attacking sense, and I think it's a good move. And coming on as a substitute, they have Kovacic as well. So their front 3 and their depth in this midfield, I think it's the best in the league.
I think, like what Peter said, the best in the league is Chelsea's midfield, especially with Jorginho dictating the play from the back, and with players like Kante, Kovacic, Ross Barkley, bombing forward, especially Kante. I'm really surprised to see him bombing forward this season. I think the reason is because Jorginho is more of the defensive side, but Kante is going up. He's going to get more goals. This midfield is going to control most of the games. Like you saw the first 60 minutes, Chelsea against Arsenal. Chelsea won the game is because of the midfield. And with that core midfield, the attackers are going to have easier ways to go up and to go score, to create chances. So I personally feel this midfield is really the best in the league, or would I say best in the entire leagues in the world. I mean, they are second to Barcelona and Real Madrid probably, but this midfield is a core midfield. They are young, they are gonna go up and control games in the future. So that's what I feel about Chelsea's midfield.
I personally think that they have the best midfield in EPL right now. They have the strong holding guy, Jorginho, who's going to hold the midfield defensively, and Kante is now very relieved. He's able to push forward and play his game right now. So, and Jorginho's game is very good, outstanding. He provides the ball and also at the defensive positions. So, yeah, that's all for this. And lastly, for this Chelsea and Arsenal game, Alonso has everything to become the world-class fullback. So what are your views on that?
I think Marcos Alonso is like a converted left back. We all know left backs who bomb forward, who gives crosses, who attacks, but he's a type of different player who goes into the box to be the second number 9 to score a goal. So I think Marcos Alonso is a big boost for Chelsea. He's probably going to go Real Madrid when Marcelo retires. But till then, I think they have a very good left back in their hands. What do you think, Peter?
I think he's one of the best left backs in the league because he contributes to goals and assists. I do not know why Chelsea fans do not rate him that highly, because I know he is not very fast, but positionally he's very good and he knows when to attack and when to be at the right place in the box to score a goal. So I think Chelsea fans who think he's not a very good player really do not understand football.
For me, Alonso is one of the best defenders in the world right now. In EPL itself, he has been directly involved in many goals and assists directly, apart from his defending play. So, yeah, I think he is one of the best defenders in EPL right now. So, let's talk about Man United versus Brighton. Was Mourinho to be blamed or the players to be blamed? I know it's a disgrace performance, but personally, I think Mourinho should be out for the gameplay he's playing right now. And the defensive football doesn't suit Man United. Fuck him. Seriously, just fuck him. Fuck off, Mourinho. Zidane should just take over and just do what he does it best. Okay, your point of view.
No, I personally, as a Manchester United fan, it was a fucking disgrace. I'm not going to say that. But Mourinho is not the one to be blamed. The 11 he picked is the best 11 he could pick in that 25 players he had. Are you going to deny that?
True, but they could have played better. And
so is that Mourinho's fault that he can't go to the field and ask the players to, guys, come on, play. Come on. He can't be doing that.
But
They're the fucking 11 players, aside from De Gea and aside from Lukaku, the rest should just shut the fuck up from all the fucking social media they are on, fucking throw away their fucking phones and fucking play football. Fucking useless piece of shits.
I agree on that, but Mourinho should be the one guiding them through.
I mean, okay, as a manager, I can pick the 11, I can tell you what to do. But if you're not going to do that, whose fault is it?
It's the player's fault, but the thing is, things can be done. That's why he's the manager there. And he walked into the room even before the halftime ended.
Because he's gonna fuck them.
He's gonna fuck them.
I'm pretty sure he fucked them, but if they can't play, it's not his fault that they are not playing.
Correct, but the thing, it looked worse.
I feel that Mourinho is the scapegoat for every team he goes to because he has this third season syndrome. But that performance is not Mourinho's fault. He placed in everyone. Even after Fellaini was in, as much as I hate Fellaini, no fucking ball was played to his head. Why is Fellaini in the pitch? It's fucking for him to win the headers. But bloody hell, this whole team doesn't want to play a fucking long ball to Fellaini. So whose fault? Mourinho can't be the one going inside the field to kick the ball.
Correct, but the players should have been listening to Mourinho. It's just that he should be just out lah. Seriously, let his gameplay out of the team, and the team should be more organized. Okay, guys, sorry for the heated arguments. For now, let's hear from Peter Parker, the Liverpool fan.
I think it's a combination of all the points you all said. I think it's Mourinho's fault and the players' fault. And another point is it's the United board's fault also. Because Manchester United, if they want to have Mourinho as the manager, they should give him the ready-made type of players. Because Mourinho works well with the old ready-made players. He's not a manager who works well with youngsters. So if they support him, they should give him enough funds to buy ready-made players like Toby Alderweireld or Willian. In my opinion, I think Ed Woodward wants the big name signing like Rafael Varane or some other big star. I do not think they want Toby Alderweireld and Willian, who do not have that much of star name, but they actually can perform very well. So I think the board is at fault. Then after Mourinho got this team, and I know he did not get the players that he won, his team is already one of the best team in the league. So he should use this team that he has to the fullest capability, because I'm sure every Manchester United fan can agree that the team that he put out should win Brighton. And if they did not, they should at least give a performance. So Mourinho should have give them the motivation, should ask them to play attacking football from the start, should play at a high pace from the start instead of playing defensive. I think it was Mourinho usually like to play very defensive away from home, but I think if he started off like how he started off against Leicester, the high pace attacking way, I think Man U would easily have won against Brighton. And for the players, even if Mourinho asks them to play a defensive type of play or whatsoever, the team like Martial, Lukaku, Pogba, they all have enough quality to win Brighton easily. I know Brighton is their first game at home. I know they would give a tough fight, but Martial, Pogba, Lukaku are all world-class players. They have enough quality. They could have easily scored 1, 2 or 3 past them and then control the game. I think Manchester United players made the game difficult. The Mourinho's defensive football make Brighton feel that they can score against Man U and they can easily win Man U if they play attacking football without fear. And I think overall it's the board's fault for not giving the players that Mourinho needs to be a challenger for the EPL.
Alright, next up we will talk about Brighton. How good were Brighton played?
As for me, I think Brighton played really well. I know Manchester United was not performing that well, but there were some players like Glenn Murray. I think he's a typical English forward. He's not the fastest or he's not the strongest, but he really likes to give the Manchester any defender he play with a hard time. He likes to foul them. He likes to pull the shirt. He likes to always be at their face and never give an easy time for the defenders. So I think it suits Brighton, and I think the best player in that game was Knockhart. The way he took on the players, the way he had no fear and just run past players and cut inside and try to shoot, it was really top performance. If he performs like that consistently, I think top club would go in for him.
Alright. Harry Potter?
We shouldn't take anything away from Brighton. Brighton played a very good game. Man United were poor, but we shouldn't take anything from Brighton. So, from my personal point of view, I think Brighton are a very good team. They will be up there, like at the top half finish. They will be trying for that. They won't get relegated this season. That's all I would say. So that is my point of view.
Alright, my point is very simple. Brighton made use of all the opportunities that Man United give them. They pressed their defense very highly, and United couldn't play. They were shit. So let's now talk about the big match coming up this week: Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspurs. For me, I would say the lineup will be 4-3-3 again, with Sanchez back on the game. The game should be going well with Herrera and Fellaini all back after injuries. I think they will be making up to the starting 11, and Man United should win them regardless of any excuses.
As for me, I think it's a very tough game, but I think it will be a boring game. As for lineup, I think Rashford and Martial, Lukaku, this should be the front three instead of Sanchez. I think Sanchez needs, I think, another week before he's fully 100%. Then I think Pogba should start. Pogba, Fred, and maybe either Pogba, Fred, and either Pereira or Herrera. Then the back four, I think that he should still continue with Bailey and Lindelof, but knowing Mourinho, I think he would change back to the famous duo Smalling and Phil Jones.
That's what I'm fearing, that they won't do that. I rather Lindelof and Bailey make mistakes than that English duo, retarded piece of shits, making the mistakes again and again and again for the past 9 seasons. So I think Mourinho will not change 11. Like, I think Lindelof and Bailey will play. On the right, I think would be Damian. No, I think it would be Ashley Young, sorry. On the left will be Luke Shaw. It will be the same 11 we started against Brighton. Because Mourinho is the kind of guy, he will be stubborn, he want to prove a point. I think it will be the same 11, but instead of Juan Mata, I think Rashford will start on the right. And for Spurs, I think it's going to be a 3-5-2. So I personally think that in the 3-5-2, Alderweireld, Davidson and Vertonghen will play. Then Trippier is back after what a fantastic free kick. And Harry Kane will be trying to score goals. So these will be their 11. So and I personally feel we have to mark Harry Kane tighter and attack on the Davidson's side, because he's a bit Davidson Sanchez. Sorry, I think he's the weakest link in the team. He's rash in his all that. So I personally feel that way. What do you think, Jack, of my Spurs lineup?
I think it's a good one, well predicted, and Harry Kane is the man to be marked on the game. And let's talk about the key players of the game. Who do you all think will make the game?
I think for Tottenham will be Lucas Moura, because I think in the previous seasons, whenever Man U play against Tottenham, Man U usually controls Harry Kane, Dele Alli all well. And since Son is at the Asian Games, I think the one who gives a lot of speed and pace is Lucas Moura, and I think the pace that Lucas Moura have can cause the fullbacks of Manchester United problems. And for Man U, I think the key player has to be the captain, Paul Pogba. I think he has to step up, and I think he will step up in this big game to show that he is the best player in Manchester United.
For me, I think the key player for Manchester United will be Pogba. He has to be a key player, because after this, whatever talk have been from the Mino Raiola, the agent saying that Paul Scholes should shut up and all that. So I think Pogba should play well this season. In a matter of fact, or until he's in Manchester United. I don't think he'll stay beyond next season, but I hope this season he provides everything, he does everything well, and he just walks away. Then, other than that, I feel that for Tottenham, the key player is going to be Harry Kane. We all know he scored a goal in August, which he hasn't done for ages. So that's about it.
For me, I think from Tottenham, the key player will be Christian Eriksen. He's going to provide the assists and every ball for the wingers and Harry Kane to score the goals. As for Manchester United, the key player will be Paul Pogba, as he's going to be giving his best to prove himself for this game after the loss last week. So, yeah, lastly, we'll be talking about the predictions. What do you predict of the score line of the game?
I think it will be a 2-1 score for Manchester United. I think Lucas Moura will score for Tottenham. Then I think Pogba and the winning goal maybe scored by Rashford. So it's a 2-1 win for Manchester United.
I think it's going to be a 3-0 for Manchester United. Pogba with a goal, Lukaku with a goal, and Martial with a goal.
I think it's going to be a 2-1 for Manchester United also, with Harry Kane scoring the Hotspurs goal. And for Man United, I think it's going to be Lukaku with 2 goals to win the game. Alright guys, that's it. Bye-bye.
Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I hope you all like this, whatever we have talked. Please leave your comments below. And bye!
Bye.
Bye.